Oh, hi. Hi. I didn't see you there. How is everyone? Are they okay? Are they getting their daily dose of fucking anger and stupidity? All right, but before...
So Geno started his show by watching Keanu. Geno's show on Rumble, he was watching Keanu. That's what he was doing. He couldn't believe it because he can't believe the universe provided.
I didn't get welcome to In Hot Water, boys and girls. It's a glorious day. I'm sitting here drinking my coffee with my meal ticket. I mean, wife. Oh, what's that? What's that? Did we all see that? Did we all look? Before we even get to the Chad thing, look, it's just gonna be a Geno kind of day. I'm sorry. I am sorry that I'm not good at the Dabbleverse and hating people, but I'm gonna try.
Geno's gonna pretend like Keanu is doing well. Keanu has 50 people watching her show. So she signed up for what's it called? Ad large. AD large. I looked it up. The only name I recognized was Judy Gold. So they're like, you can join our company. We won't pay you anything. I mean, this is, I'm about ready to jump off.
And turn this thing about Chad into a lesson about, well, what else? Geno was right. What don't you get about Geno is always...
Geno, what do you write about? That you're going to be homeless? That you don't have any source of income? What do you write about?
He's right. Chad is losing his mind 18 different ways. And we'll get to the chat. Excuse me, not the chat. We'll get to the chat. We always take care of the chat. I can indeed read, and we will BYB podcast. You know, that's our boy Derek from BYB podcast because he's using that. If he was super chatting me, I don't even know if he's made a Ray DeVito thing yet for the super chat, but I got to tell you people, it is.
Okay, well, super chats better be good today. I mean, they better be titillating because I have no interest in any of this. Geno's always right. Wow, this is a sad guy. Keanu literally does a podcast 50 people watch, and she thinks that some company is going to pay her to do what?
It's hilarious to watch fucking people lose their mind over other people genuinely enjoying themselves. That, like, if I've learned one thing, that is how you break the Dabbleverse. What's that snigger? Kumi ran a hazardous workplace, and then firefighter Gavin came in and cleaned it up. Time to admit that fact. Gavin did what needed to be done, and Geno was the CM arsonist. This guy's hilarious. Hilarious. It's good to have you here, buddy. Now,
tell us.
I could not, and before we even get to chat, I was watching that clip, just minding my own business. You know, that's how daddy do. And I saw it today because my lost interest fucking rocks. He's fucking very good at what he does. And I tweeted it. Look, I'll just go right to my Twitter. I don't even need to go. I don't even need to go to the page. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go to this fucking picture. Which, how does the phrase go? It's worth 1,000 words. Okay, I'm gonna explain something. Why, Keanu, honey, what was Chad?
Why are they obsessed with Chad? Didn't they just get married? Geno is always right. Listen, we can live in a fantasy world. People do want to live in a fantasy world. They do want to live in a fantasy world. That's a fact, Jack. But it doesn't really change anything, does it? Does it? These are not necessarily my opinions.
Go try and stream snipe some of the streamers. Aren't they all in Miami? Go try and stream snipe some of the streamers. Aren't they all in Miami?
That's what I'm saying, dude. You think we have a big audience? We're live in Miami. You think we get? if we shared this on YouTube, I mean on Twitter, we'd get a lot more viewers. But I don't like sharing it on Twitter because we take down the stream and then people go and click it, and it's like stream is private. But see, this is the same model that Kevin Brennan uses, and he crushes, where he does the show for free, but if you don't catch it live, you have to join his Patreon to watch it.
Yeah.
So like encourages people to go do it, even though you get the free thing, so you kind of know about it. But then if you want to catch it, the whole show, or if you didn't watch it live, you got to go pay the $5.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so am I bad? Am I bad for doing that? I don't think so. I don't think I'm bad. Am I bad? So the reason I do that is because nobody has anything else to do except to try to take my channel down. Remember Hackmania? Rockmania? Remember that? Does anybody remember it like I do?
Chad. What was Chad?
So the reason I put that up, because again, I didn't plan. Nobody tipped me off to it. I just saw it when I was looking to set up my show. Alex Stein was talking about whatever the title was called. I was like, let's see what he says. The point is, how many we have now? Over 600 live. Okay, that's not great. We just started the show. We'll probably pick up more. If we don't, that's fine. The point is, Keanu gets a fraction of this. And everybody kind of admits that, like, maybe I'm doing something right. You know, again, I would leave up my shows on YouTube, but again, I'm just leaving evidence for YouTube because, again, Mr. Kill did say the N-word on Saturday's show. I didn't remember it. We were all, goofy. I'm going to say drunk. We're all goofy. But I saw a clip on Twitter where he clearly said it. So if I leave it up, what happened? What happens? Maybe they take my channel down. So why would I leave it up? I'd be leaving it up for who? Stragglers? People that want to watch the show 3 days later? And again, I see what Shuli does. Shuli leaves everything up. And they don't have any fans. They don't have any fans, Bobby. What happened to the Shuli Network? When I was seeing if they were doing a show, because they did a show yesterday. Actually, they did too. I guess Shuli had yesterday off or something. So they did a 4:00 show, BS show. Then Shuli did the what do you do when you watch the Raid show, which lasted for like 38 minutes. So I guess they weren't making any money there. But Shuli leaves his shows up and they get nowhere. So again, if they got places, if they left their shows up and people are like, oh my God, this is the business model. But again, if I leave my shows up, people are just going to clip it and go, YouTube, look what Kevin's guest said. And then I'd be stupid. Wouldn't I be stupid? So if you watch it live, fine. And then once it's done, I take it down. For the most part, I'm deleting my shows now on YouTube because it's like, I don't need it. Once YouTube's done, once I'm done with YouTube, I just delete it because I don't fucking need it. I don't even need to make it private or semi-private or semi-nude. It's all so gay. But again, Geno has nothing. Keanu has nothing. So Geno acts like he's above it. It's so laughable because Geno's a fucking loser. Geno's been exposed. But Geno's always right. Daddy's always right. About what? About getting punched in the face? About losing his job? About having no gigs? He has nothing. He has no future lined up. And now Keanu, who has less than 50 fans, is going to do a show with her fucking catcher's mitt mom, and it's going to take off. I went to Ad Large before the show started. That's why I was late. So many compelling shows. Ad Large. The only name I recognized was Judy Gold, who's horrific as a podcaster. Because, again, Judy Gold's whole hook was that she was a gigantic lady. So she would do well in comedy clubs because people were like, this gigantic lady is mean. Be like if Don Rickles was an ugly lady. So, again, in a podcast, it don't work because no one gets scared of somebody on a podcast.
And screaming about today when you were watching his Kumya Cuts, which suddenly you are now as well.
And everybody, I would like to thank all of our butt rug babies, Araya Light,
Courtney Body Thompson, McGuinevere, who's been with us since the beginning. My God. All right. So without further ado, can you give me a drum roll, Michaeline? I have the pleasure of announcing that Michaeline and I we signed a gig. We signed a deal, Michaeline, with a podcast network. We are the brand new members of Ad Large Media's podcast network. They said we couldn't do it, Michaeline. They said we couldn't do it.
Very exciting. So we need to thank each other and ourselves
In the academy.
for our hard work and fun times we've had this year. Really.
Yes, how much fun. Thank
It has been.
Rock for helping us land this gig and believing in us.
Who?
Times we've had this year. Really.
Yes, how much fun. Thank
It has been.
Rock for helping us land this
E-Rock?
And fun times we've had this year. Really.
Yes, how much fun.
It has been.
Rock for helping us land this gig and believing in us. Thank you, Ad Large Media and their podcast network for welcoming us into the Ad Large podcast network family. And I think it's long past due. But they really like us, Michaeline. They really like us.
They do, right.
Keanu Cast is now, that's why I've been calling it for a while, Keanu Live. So this is Keanu Live. Keanu Cast is separate from the other shows. So you'll still get Untoward Tuesday. And then Keanu Live will be probably Wednesday, you know, Kiki in the morning. All of that is under Keanu Live. Keanu Cast is specifically for Ad Large Media's podcast network, where you, and I will show you where to find it, wherever you download your podcasts. But it's a separate thing. It's a separate entity, Michaeline. Isn't that exciting?
Yes, it's very exciting.
And I will show you. Look at our new gorgeous media. Wow. Look at us go. Isn't it beautiful?
It is. It's so beautiful. You did great.
Keanu Cast.
Yeah.
So subscribe. If you're not subscribed, go right now. You can go to Spotify. You can go to Apple Podcasts, and you can find us there. Wherever you find your podcasts, leave us a nice review. Hit the subscribe button. Follow us and listen to us. A weekly podcast, Keanu Cast, with Ad Large Media.
This is unprecedented. We live in unprecedented times. We live in unprecedented times where everybody pretends that they're doing great. Everybody's doing great. It's incredible what's happening. Everybody's doing great. Wow.
All of our butt rug babies, Araya Light, Courtney Body Thompson, McGuinevere, who's been with us since the beginning. My God. All right. So without further ado, can you give me a drum roll, Michaeline? I have the pleasure of announcing that Michaeline and I
Look at her mom. Tattoos. I mean, this is...
we signed a gig. We signed a deal, Michaeline, with a podcast network. We are the brand new members of Ad Large Media's podcast network. They said we couldn't do it, Michaeline. They said we couldn't do it.
It's very exciting. So we need to thank each other and ourselves for
Michaeline, I think
for our hard work and fun times we've had this year. Really.
Yes, how much fun.
It has been.
Rock for helping us land this gig and believing in us. Thank you, Ad Large Media and their podcast network for welcoming us into the Ad Large Podcast Network family. And I think it's long past due. But they really like us, Michaeline. They really like us.
They do, right.
Keanu Cast is now, that's why I've been calling it for a while, Keanu Live. So this is Keanu Live. Keanu Cast is separate from the other shows. So you'll still get Untoward Tuesday. And then Keanu Live will be probably Wednesday, you know, Kiki in the morning. All of that is under Keanu Live. Keanu Cast is specifically for Ad Large Media's podcast network, where you, and I will show you where to find it, wherever you download your podcasts. But it's a separate thing. It's a separate entity, Michaeline. Isn't that exciting?
Yes, it's very exciting.
And I will show you. Look at our new gorgeous media. Wow. Look at us go. Isn't it beautiful?
It is. It's so beautiful. You did great.
Keanu Cast.
Yeah.
So subscribe. If you're not subscribed, go right now. You can go to Spotify. You can go to Apple Podcasts. And you can find us there. Wherever you find your podcasts, leave us a nice review. Hit the subscribe button. Follow us and listen to us. A weekly podcast, Keanu Cast, with Ad Large Media.
By the way, Misery Loves Clips has been on point with this shit, dude. He might be better than Doom.
Of course.